Hi, I'm Norm Phillips, Executive Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer with BioPharm Communications, and I'm here at Digital Pharma East in Philadelphia with Jeff Persinger, who is our President and CEO. And this morning, Jeff, I thought you gave a terrific presentation to the group about effective ways to integrate third-party omnichannel campaigns in with their HCP promotion. So I'd like to talk with you a little bit about some of the key points that you drove within that. And I guess right off the bat, what are some of the challenges that pharma and biotech marketers are facing out there right now in trying to have effective campaigns for their HCP targets?
Yeah, I think when you think about challenges, you really need to start with the customer, right? So if we think about our HCP customers, what's it like to be a physician today? And I think in a word, physicians are overwhelmed. They're seeing up to a dozen patients a day. They're battling with insurance companies to get treatments for their patients. So it's tough. They're working 50 hours a week, so they're overworked and they're stressed. And I think as we think about how are we going to communicate with them and change their behavior, we have to think about the environment that they're working in. Second, if you start to think about pharmaceutical companies, promotional spending is at an all-time high. So last year, pharma companies spent over $35 billion in promotional spending. About $20 billion of that was to the HCP target audience. Medical Market and Media does a survey each year, and they showed that 2018 budgets were up 20% year on year. Now, that may be a bit overstated. We're not seeing that with our clients, but we are seeing that there are increases in budget year over year, and pharma companies are definitely investing in their products. I think another interesting thing that came out of that survey that we saw was just how fragmented that spend is. The top 5 promotional channels only made up about 25% of the spend. So I think what that tells us is there's no kind of golden bullet in terms of promotion. You really do need to invest across the full spectrum of promotional opportunities. The question is it working? If you look at the measurement or the metric of Pharma Sales, I think the answer is a resounding yes. 2018 was a record year for sales with pharma, $485 billion in sales in the US alone, and that was up over 5% year on year. In 5 years, sales within pharma are projected to be over $685 billion. So we're definitely seeing, I think, a return from the promotional efforts of pharma companies. But it does come at a cost, and I think we need to be careful and look at how the potential of overpromotion may impact our customers. In the past 6 months, 40% of HCPs have opted out of a communication from pharma companies. In addition, almost 90% are either using or considering using ad blocking software on their smartphone. So what we need to do is just be careful, at some point if physicians are getting 100 emails a day, if we send them 200 or 300 or 500, at what point do they raise their hands and say this is just too much? Much like we saw with the sales representatives in the mid-90s where sales physicians started to close their doors to reps because there were just too many calling on them.
Those are some daunting challenges, and it's great to hear that it's working, but there's that but that comes after that. Is it going to continue to work? And I guess really that makes for a pretty daunting challenge because whatever the dynamics are in that marketplace, pharmaceutical marketers still have to communicate their key brand messages to HCPs. So what's the answer here? How can that get done effectively?
Yeah, I think what the data shows is HCP customers are looking for a balance between promotional content and educational content. We need to make sure that we're serving up information that not only serves our needs as marketers, but also serves their needs as clinicians and educates them. So from a brand.com standpoint, what the feedback is that by and large, healthcare providers see brand.com as being too promotional, and they're looking for more access to more education. They're also looking for better access to content. So they don't want to have to go to a specific website, a branded website, to get that content. They're looking to be able to find that kind of where they naturally go to get information. And so that's a great opportunity to partner with third-party promotional partners like BioPharm. The optimal strategy combines both first-party promotion coming directly from pharma and third-party promotion from partners.
Gotcha. So the successful integration of first-party and third-party sounds like that's a pretty important objective for pharma marketers out there. What are some of the strategies that you've seen used that enables that kind of effective integration of first and third party?
Yeah, well, there are some keys to success, and the first is really around data. You have to have robust data both with the pharma client as well as the third-party partners to be able to successfully integrate, and the ability to transfer that data back and forth. The second piece is around the planning process. So key partners need to be included early on in the planning process to be able to maximize the integration of both first-party and third-party communications. The next important component is modular content. We all know how difficult it is to get things through MLR. We need to make sure that we're leveraging the information, the content that pharma companies have already put together. Marketing automation is critical to do this at scale. You have to be able to automate these processes through your connected partners, your connected third-party partners. And finally, integrated reporting is a key component as well. You want a 360-degree view of how you're impacting your HCP customers, and you need to be able to see that both with all first-party as well as third-party promotions.
Sounds like a pretty complex but important process to effectively integrate first and third party. If it's done right, what are the benefits to pharma?
I think there are a number of benefits. I think the first thing is you're going to complement first-party promotion, and by complement, I mean increased reach. We know that there are certain HCPs that are just uncomfortable with receiving and acting upon communications from pharma. That's where third parties can come in to increase that reach. The second is around frequency. We know that an HCP needs 4 to 6 engagements to change their behavior. The ability to do that solely through first-party promotion is not there, so third-party promotion can increase the frequency of engagements. And finally, to credibly educate. The third-party platforms all have tools that HCPs are familiar with. In many cases, they have opted-in target audiences, and they've built that trust over years and years of being in the market. And working together, a pharma company working together with a third-party partner can leverage that trust that third parties have built up over time.
Very good. Thanks, Jeff. Great information from your presentation this morning, and I think the audience will really find some of those suggestions very helpful, so appreciate that.
Great. Thank you, Norm.
Thank you very much for viewing this presentation this morning, and if you like what you've heard about BioPharm's approach to integrating third-party HCP omnichannel marketing in with your existing campaigns, please go to our website, www.biopharmcommunications.com, or follow us on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. Thanks very much.